This is CBC Edmonton News.
Good evening. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. I'm Nancy Carlson, and we begin with how another province is managing to get millions of doses of a COVID-19 vaccine from Alberta. Manitoba is sidestepping Ottawa, making a deal to buy a vaccine that's just going through trials by a Calgary-based company. Barley Kivas takes us through the details.
These healthcare workers in northern Manitoba are among the lucky few.
Ready.
Just over 50,000 vaccine shots have been administered in a province with 1.4 million people. Manitoba's premier complains Ottawa has failed to get vaccines to provinces fast enough.
Federal government took away our right to buy vaccines by placing blocks on our ability to do that. We've been knocking on doors for months now.
Today, Pallister decided to go around the feds by announcing Manitoba will buy 2 million doses of a vaccine under development by Calgary's Providence Therapeutics. This is an mRNA vaccine, similar to the Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna vaccines already approved.
The great thing about this, and why this is so important for Canada today, is that, not only do they have a security of supply for this year, in the event that they're not able to get the doses imported that they've ordered.
Clinical trials for the Providence vaccine only started in January. Approval isn't likely before late in the year. That's well after Pfizer and Moderna supplies are supposed to increase and everyone's supposed to get their shots. Manitoba's premier calls this insurance.
Insurance against COVID is important. It's insurance against sickness. It's insurance potentially against death, too.
Initially, Ottawa appears cool to Manitoba's plan to go it alone.
I'm not quite sure I understand in terms of how individual jurisdictions may enter into any sort of agreement with sort of at this point sort of unapproved products.
This is, however, what Canada did with Pfizer and Moderna before they were approved.
I don't anticipate that there'd be any kind of petulance on the part of the Prime Minister because the Premier was showing some initiative and trying to get some vaccines for the people in their province.
Manitoba's deal with Providence gives this province first dibs on 200,000 doses. The Premier says Manitoba will only buy what it needs. Bartley Kivas, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Now, there are a lot of questions